From a social point of view, you are now have access to activity, you now have access to your peers, so you can develop friendships. And 50 years ago, they were probably quite right. You know, nursing homes used to be just exactly what you described, but these days they're not. Or certainly for the greater majority, I would hope, they're certainly not. For a lot of people these days, for a lot of elderly people across the board, regardless of what their medical diagnosis is, coming into a home turns out to be the best thing they could have done, because very often they're isolated in their own home for whatever reason. It could be because of loss of cognition, it could be because they can't walk, it could be, you know, because they become breathless, for whatever their medical condition is that they're being affected by. It often isolates people. And they're often isolated in their own homes. Yes, their family visit when they can, but hey, families have got really busy lives these days, and it is a struggle for family often to visit as often as what they would like to. So people can become very isolated. They haven't got any of their own peers around them. They lose interest in what's happening. They become very depressed because they can't keep themselves busy and occupied. Coming into an aged care home is a massive decision, and it is very traumatic for them. And also they have to condense their lives, because they might be living in a big house and you're condensing your life down to one room or an apartment or whatever the type of care you're coming into. But from a social point of view, you are now have access to activity, you now have access to your peers, so you can develop friendships that are not family, that are friendships. You can now get involved in things that you may have liked to be, or things that you've never tried before. So these days, aged care homes are awash with different types of activity that people can do. You know, there's a lot of interaction happening. There's a lot of interaction out with the community now. Once upon a time, people were locked away in an aged care home and you never saw the light of day. That's not true now. People, you know, come and go, and I know in this home, you know, there's a lot of activities that go out into the community, whether it's sailing or fishing or going out to restaurants for lunch or going to shows, or, you know, the things that normally you would go out to do. But there's also a lot of activity within the home that you can become involved in. They can learn new things, take on new projects. Computers is one that, you know, many elderly people are still not comfortable with, but they have the opportunity to access now in this aged care home. So while every aged care home is different, they all offer a certain amount of activity, and they all offer a lot of options for people. And once you get past that initial sadness and sense of loss at having left their home and moved into an aged care home, a lot of the residents realise that it was the best thing they could have ever done, and they are able to live quite busy, fulfilling lives for the remainder of their natural life, which is what we all aim for. Yeah, that's what we all aim for.